Okay, checking, testing, one, two, three. It's Toby from Heavyweight MMA today with MMA fighter Lawrence Lui from CKB in Aotearoa. How are you, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. Doing great.
I should have
Middle of
mentioned
fight camp.
I should have mentioned current Shuriken Fight Series bantamweight champ as well, bro. It's a little bit to add.
Yeah, that's me. That is me.
Yeah, bro. You had that just to mention that you've had a couple of fights with Shuriken recently for the belt. How'd they go, bro? You did pretty well.
I had one last year. That was my last fight in July. Got a decision against
Daniel
his
Mitchell.
name. I know his name.
Daniel Mitchell.
Yes, Daniel Mitchell. Two first names. Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
one. Yeah, bro. So that's put you in good place anyway. So now you've actually been invited to take part in the road to UFC, the event in Shanghai, China. Pretty exciting stuff.
yeah. Correct. So when I first got the news, I was the alternate. I was the ninth person on the tournament. Well, I guess bracket, and if anyone pulled out, I would be in, and I'm in. Now I'm in.
That's awesome, bro. Is there anyone just out of interest? Because usually this is an Asian region thing. Now they've opened up a bit to like Australasia, Australia, New Zealand's got a few people in it. Are there any other people from Australia, New Zealand in your bracket?
I don't know, not in my bracket. There is the current eternal bantamweight champ, Kuya Ito. He's the well, he's from Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's other Australasians, Kiwis and Aussies in the other brackets.
Yeah. So the good thing is you got your teammate Aaron Toe going over as well. And then from Australia, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Don Marfan or Seb Saleh.
Yes.
You know these
Yep.
guys?
I know both of them. Yep.
Yeah, they're both top guys, man. So it's going to be a good little crew. You probably get to hang out a bit with those guys, I imagine, especially being in different brackets.
Yeah. Yeah, no animosity between of us. Like we're all from this part of the world, and it's good to us succeeding will be good for everyone.
That's true, man. So, bro, you've got some roots in China, obviously. Your family. I did a search on Grok, man, and it said that your parents, or maybe you as well, had spent time in Anhui and Shanghai as well. Is that right?
No, I've never been to the mainland.
Have your parents had any roots in Anhui or Shanghai, or I just or the?
No, they're all from Hong Kong.
Yeah, you said that. So that's interesting. I was wondering where it came from. So it must just be a random thing. Maybe there's another
If it's on
Lawrence
the
Lewis.
internet, if it's on the internet, it has to be true, right?
Of course, bro. Anyway, going to China, bro, how are you going to feel about heading into a mainland, probably being recognized as a local and getting everyone speaking to you in Putonghua Mandarin?
I'll do my best.
Do you,
I'll cram as much Mandarin study as I can in the next few weeks.
yeah, you'll kill
Maybe,
it.
maybe.
In a few weeks. It's not going to be much, bro. Just say doi, yes to everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
probably the most plastic Chinese out there.
with a Kiwi accent on the end of it.
Yeah, yeah. There's this thing that for the questionnaire that I had to fill out, and it said languages I'm most fluent in, and I had to write English.
Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but
It's true,
it
of
is what
course,
it
of
is.
course. Growing up in New Zealand, you don't have much choice, man.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I had a primary school teacher who would uh who would tell us off for speaking Cantonese on not speaking English. So it kind of got beaten out of us in a sense.
Yeah. Did you mutter under your breath, ah, devil coil or
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to think so. I like to think so. I
Yeah.
don't think at that age I was like 6 or 7. I wouldn't known too many swear words, even in English, but like if I would to go back in time I would do that.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, bro, going to China, do you have much interest in actually getting over there to fight? Just because it's a different thing for you, right? Used to fighting basically in New Zealand, but this time it's an international fight, kind of close to home in a way, having parents from Hong Kong and whatnot.
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you have like an interest in actually going over to China and fighting? Like is it interesting to you?
It is pretty interesting to me. Like I've never fought so far away. It's a 12-hour direct flight. I'm not like it's not my first experience with a long travel to an overseas fight. When I fought Drillich in Perth, our trip was about 20 hours. So it's not the first time, but like going to somewhere like completely new, like it's pretty exciting to me. Yeah.
And do you have any idea about Shanghai at all, or not really?
No, not really. I had a little bit of look at Google Maps, like see how far it is from the PI. It's about like a 7-minute drive or something. Other than that, like I'm not really. I'm more interested. I'm more focused on the fight itself.
Yeah, of course, of course. The Shanghai is actually a pretty cool city as far as China goes. Like it's pretty westernized in a way. Like there's a lot of people working there that are foreigners. It's kind of financial hub, so there's heaps of people there. Heaps of different types of restaurants, international food and stuff isn't too hard to find compared to some of your little cities and that in China.
Yeah, it would be nice to explore a little bit, but we don't have much time like after the fight anyways. So yeah, I think I fight on the Friday and then I fly off on the Saturday. So not a lot of time to explore a massive city, but just do what we can.
So that's pretty much zero. You've got probably like 5 hours or something to look around in between
Yeah,
fighting and
yeah,
catching a plane. Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. Who's coming over with you other than Aaron Toe and I imagine Eugene Behrman?
So Brogan Anderson's coming with us on our flight with Aaron and myself, and Eugene is coming over a few days later. And
Nice.
that's as far as I know.
That's
That
nice, nice.
Yeah.
So, bro, on CKB, who's been your main sort of training partners usually preparing for a fight?
For this one, it's a lot of I've been training a lot with Aaron, just because we're like right next to each other. Like we're like in terms of weight class right next to each other. We're fighting like on the same weekend. And yeah, a lot of other bantamweights, featherweights and flyweights that are at the gym, like Nick Thornton, Hugo Vach, he's a German fella who's been here for almost a year. Keone from Tahiti. Those are just my main ones off the top of my head. Um, Sorry if I haven't named all of you. Like, yeah,
There's too many people in the gym, bro. Yeah, and
yeah,
so this is a like a what's it called? Like a tournament series type of fight, right? So you have a fight, you're successful, then you move on to fight a couple of months later. I think it's in August, right? And then if you do well there, you go to a final, which is potentially in Macau, China, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man, because the last time they had a UFC in Macau when Carlos Ulberg fought, it was a big UFC show, and I believe that two of the fights on there were actually road to UFC finals. So with the potential to fight on a decent show like that, it's pretty exciting, right?
yeah. Fine. Like I understand that the finals are usually on a UFC card, right? Um, yeah, I'm not looking too far forward. My I know all of the guys in my bracket did good. Um, this next fight against Hightail T, that's my main focus.
And so that guy is one of the Chinese guys from the Shanghai UFC PI, is he?
Yes, he is. As
Nice.
far as I know, I believe
So,
so.
so it's interesting, right? Fighting a guy who's coached by a guy that used to be a CKB guy or is a
Yeah,
CKB guy.
yeah,
So you guys are potentially going to have some of the same tricks in a way. I've seen Mark Timms training a few of the guys, and you can see him teaching some of the same entries and and lead handwork and whatnot. Yeah,
yeah. We're prepared to deal with that.
yeah. I'm sure he's not showing him 100% of the CTV tricks, so
I hope he isn't, but if he is, like, I'll deal with it.
yeah. For sure. And it'd be relatively new to these guys too, whereas you guys have grown up in that style, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a bit different. So what's your mindset going in, bro? What's the plan?
Uh get hit and don't get hit, but um walk in the rain, you're gonna get wet. So I'm prepared for. So the how this works is there's a three round fight, but in case of a draw, there's a possibility of a fourth. So I'm prepared to go all like 4 rounds. In terms of game plan, I'll keep those cards close to my chest.
Nice, nice. Bro, when you're getting in the ring, you look pretty emotionless. Is that true, or you just mask it?
Emotional, sorry.
Emotionless, like kind of
Oh, emotionless. Yeah.
yeah.
I try to be emotionless. Or like have use all emotions, I guess. I think the emotion in a fight isn't really useful. Like the two main ones are these two. Other than that, like I they just kind of, I wouldn't say hold me back, but they don't add anything. They don't add much to a fight. Like to me, it's all action. Uh, or do you have to do things, not like feel emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's different types of fighters, right? But they say, yeah, it's best to keep the emotions out, right? But some people are emotional style of fighter.
Yeah,
Probably helps some people, right?
yeah. Each to their own.
Yeah. Cool, bro. So how's the lead up? Everything good so far?
Yeah, it's been great. I know it's like a real cliche thing to say, but it's been the best camp of my career so far. I think my mentality going into it is the best in out of any fight that I've prepared for, just because I know it's a massive opportunity and like the stakes are high and like um there's a lot on the line.
The only thing I'm worried about, bro, is the power of the mullet is gone. I'm not sure if that's going to affect your performance in these fights.
I think I'll try to bring a bowl cut and it will bring out the inner Asian in me.
The funny thing is, I was looking through my Instagram the other day and you popped up, and my kid asked, "Oh, has he got a mullet?" Because he had a mullet as well before. I think I
Yeah.
showed you a picture. And then just recently at school, they made him get it cut off. And now,
Oh no, they made him get it cut off.
yeah, so he's back to
Not
being
his
a bit
choice
upset.
either.
It's actually a
Oh,
mullet, but it's like a shorter mullet.
I'm sorry for his loss.
That's it. Anyway, both of you are mulletless, so it's all right. I'll show him a picture of you. All right, bro. Thanks for your time again. Best of luck. I'm actually going to try and get up to Shanghai to watch it. I still got to just convince the missus, but otherwise I should be hopefully up there to check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be good, bro. Thanks for your time.
Hope it
Best of
doesn't.
luck in the rest of your prep, and look forward to seeing all you boys get in and show your best.
Thank you. Hope it doesn't take too much convincing.
I think I'll be all right, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Thanks,
right.
bro.
Thanks, Toby.
Cheers, man.